Hi, I want to tell you what the most important move in golf is. It's the takeaway. And you probably think, oh, I've heard that before. I've tried it. I can't do it. But a lot of people tell you that it's the most. It's you know really important, but they don't really tell you how to do it correctly. And so, I mean, it's critical if you want to make solid contact with the ball. You have to make a good. You have to make a good takeaway. I mean that sets the tone for the whole swing. And there are some critical, uh, you know, parts of the takeaway that you have to do correctly, or else it just won't work. And the first part is you can't use your hands. You just absolutely cannot use your hands to take the club away. If you use your hands to start the takeaway, you're going to disconnect your arms and your hands to the rest of your body. And then that throws everything out of sync. So it's that, the one piece takeaway. You really need to learn how to do the one piece takeaway. Uh, if you don't learn that, you're not going to be able to make solid contact. That's basically that's what it comes down to. So you have to learn how to not use your hands during the takeaway. And you're thinking, oh, how am I going to do that? It's one of the most difficult things to do in golf, but it's one of the most important things to do in golf. You got to take the swing out of your hands. You can't use your arms and hands to take the club back. Uh, so, um, okay, so that's the first part of the takeaway that you have to learn. Second part is, yeah, the triangle that you create when you first set up to the ball, you can't let that triangle collapse. You have to keep that triangle all the way through the backswing. And so what does that mean? You have to use your bigger muscles. And I know you've heard this before, but you know what? That's what you have to do. So don't say, oh, I don't need to do that. Somehow I'll figure it out without doing it. No, you have to take the backswing away from your hands. You have to keep that triangle. Basically, you have to make the one piece takeaway. Use your bigger muscles. Basically, you have to learn how to coil your torso. Uh, that's the only way. You have to have some kind of rotational force, but you have to do it correctly too. Uh, so taking the swing out of your hands and keeping that triangle that you created at address all the way through the backswing, that'll keep everything in sync. And that is the most important thing on the backswing, is to keep everything synced up, or uh, yeah, or else as soon as your arms and hands get behind your hips, get that triangle collapses, your hands are behind your right hip, and you're going to come over the top every time. So that is the most important move in golf, that initial takeaway. It has to be done without the hands. You have to basically, you have to keep everything connected and synchronized. As soon as you break that connection, and that happens every time, if you use your hands to take the club away, you're going to break that connection. That connection of your hands and arms connected to your torso, and keeping everything in sync. You can't let your hands get behind your body, or else you're gonna get stuck every time you come on the downswing. You're gonna come over the top every time. So that is the most important part of the downswing. Um, so you know, but if you just watch this video, it's just one aspect of the swing. It's to really do it and be able to do it. You have to get the whole picture. You have to understand how the swing works. You have to get the fundamentals down, and you have to get the right grip. The right fundamentals basically boils down to the grip. Your grip, stance, posture, all that culminates into a good grip. And anytime you change your grip stance, your posture or your stance, it's going to change your grip. It's going to change the way you hold the club. So it's not a simple thing. It's very complex. So to be able to feel comfortable getting that one piece takeaway, one piece takeaway, you have to have a lot of things correct to make it to be able to do it correctly, to get the best to get the best possible way that you could actually take give yourself the best chance to you have to have the fundamentals down. If you just watch this video and you say, oh, okay, I'm going to do that, and it's probably just going to be another YouTube video that you watched, and you try to do it for a little while, and then you're just going to, whatever, I'm just going to do it my way. So, you know what? I wrote a book. It's called The Golf Swing. It's simply called The Golf Swing, How to Make Solid Contact. There's a lot of insights in that book. If you just get one good insight from that book, it would be worth the cost of the book. The cost of the book is basically one green fee. So take a day off from golf, buy my book, read it, and like I said, if you just get one insight out of it, it's going to be worth the cost. And I'm pretty sure you're going to get more than one insight. There's a lot of things in there that you probably never heard, or explained a little bit better than the way other people have explained it. But basically, you need to get the whole picture. To be able to swing the club well, first, there's three things basically. You need really good fundamentals. You need the correct concept of how the swing works, and you need the most important move in golf, which is the initial takeaway on the backswing. The rest is, with the right information, it'll just come to you, So, get my book. I think it will definitely be worth it. I think you'll like it. It will definitely help you. And I created this channel. I know how you feel. I've been there. I've been playing for over 30 years, 35 years, and just recently, about a year ago, I started making solid contact, and I know how you feel. You go to the range, and you're pounding balls, and you just cannot get solid contact. And if you're like me, you're probably okay. You hit the driver relatively well. You could get some distance on the driver and stuff, but the irons, you just cannot make solid contact. You know, um, but I'm telling you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Uh, if I could do it at age 58, I'm telling you, you could do it. My swing is not the prettiest thing on earth, but I have the key ingredients in my swing to make solid contact. That's most important. That's what you want, right? You just want to make solid contact. Um, when you step up to a 120-yard approach shot, you want to be able to get that on the green. I know. It's just the most frustrating thing when you're like 100 yards out and you can't even get it on the green. Well, the main reason is you can't get solid contact, and a lot of times you shank the ball. But if you have the key ingredients in a solid swing, you'll get solid contact. You'll get a good distance. Even when you mishit the ball will go straighter, and it will still have some distance to it. Because you're not going to get, a perfect hit every time. It's a game of misses, as they say. But yeah, uh, I've been there. I've been there. Trust me. I know. And I figured out some things in the swing. Uh, so please do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Get my book. Uh, there's a lot of good things in there. But like I said, don't try to figure it out by watching all these different YouTube videos, getting a snippet here, snippet there, trying to piece everything together. You need to get the whole picture. So get my book. It's about, I'd say, 60 pages long. You probably read it in a couple hours. You may want to reread it, though, a few times. It's language is vague, and the great thing about it is I have this YouTube channel. If you have any questions about anything in the book, you could just ask in the comment section. I'll answer them, or I'll even make another video on it. So yeah, get the book. Like I said, it's the cost of a green fee. Don't play one day. Buy my book, read it, and you won't regret it. You really need to understand how the golf swing works. And man, my golfing life has changed tremendously. Now I'm motivated to go out and play, whereas before you're like, do I really want to go out? I can't even hit the ball. I can't even, let me go to the range and practice. And I pound balls, and I can never, just keep on doing the same thing over and over again and not getting anywhere with the swing. It's just so frustrating. It really is. But now, I want to go to the golf range and try to figure out more things, and I'm learning more insights all the time. I'm gaining more insights about the swing all the time. So, like and subscribe, because I'm gonna come out with new stuff all the time. And so I think I'm probably like 70% there in the golf swing, but 70% is enough to make solid contact. You're not going to be swinging like a pro overnight or anything like that. But the great thing, once you start making solid contact, it only gets better from there. And when you actually go out and go to the range, you start figuring little things out here and there, and the great thing is you're making solid contact. That's the most important thing. And I tell you to get the book because the worst thing to do is just go to the range and just have no direction or no goal or no theory. You go, oh yeah, let me try this out. And a lot of it is just trial and error. You come up with the theory, and and then you see if it works. And but the thing is, you really need to understand how the swing actually works. So, I'll give you a hint. I mean, there's two forces that work in the golf swing. It's rotational, and then it's leverage. So you got to combine those two, the rotational and leverage, to get solid contact, to hit the ball well, to create a good swing. Most amateurs, it's all leverage. No rotational force. It's just you're trying to create a swing that's only half there, and you're trying to create all that power from just one force, which is the leverage force. That's not enough. You have to have the rotational force to get good solid contact. Yeah. And then combining the two is tricky. It's not easy. But hey, get my book. You won't regret it. Cost of a green fee, like I said. You're gonna get a lot of insights on how the swing actually works. And I just don't understand sometimes why some of these pros they can't tell you. Like, I understand that it's not easy. It's definitely not easy, even if you know how the swing works. It's hard to relay that information to somebody else. And the problem is that it is a physical thing. So your body has to do something and that it's never done before. So that's why it takes time. Even if you're learning from somebody with all the right knowledge. So I think it is a little bit difficult for teaching pros to teach, because it just can't be done in 6 lessons or 10 lessons. It just gonna take time. And the problem is that a lot of the amateurs, they want results right away. They they want immediate results. I'm the same way. That's why taking lessons never worked for me, because I was not patient enough. So, but if you have the information yourself, because the pro's not going to sit there and explain the whole swing and all the theories and concepts, but if there's one place that you go and get that information, all that, then you could work on the swing yourself. You don't have to take 100 lessons and learn how to hit the golf ball. And you know what? Some people will be able to do create a swing, a solid swing faster than others because physically they're more athletic. It is a sport. You have to use muscles. You have to use the muscles correctly. You have to use the right muscles. So it is a sport. I know a lot of people, it's not a sport, but it is because, you have to use the muscles correctly. Um, so some people will pick it up faster because they played other sports similar to like baseball, tennis, you know, they're just more athletic. They have better posture. Posture is really important in the swing. So some people will pick it up faster, but the great news is I, I'm not athletic. Uh, I never really played other sports, you know. So and I had like the worst posture. I still have the really bad posture, but it's gotten a lot better because of golf. Because it basically has to get better. You have to get better posture if you want to, you know, have a good swing. So I know, yeah, you heard this a million times from other. Yeah, if I could do it, you could do it. That is, but it's true. I'm like the worst person to learn golf. Think about it. I've been trying to figure this out for 35 years, basically, and I practice a lot. Trust me. Um, and it took me this long. Basically, it took me 35 years to figure it out. But it was all by trial and error. Like I said, I've taken lessons, one or two lessons here and there, but it never clicked for me. So I just figured it out on my own. But it took me 35 years. But you know what? Uh, I'm gonna give you a roadmap. I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you what I figured out in the past 35 years. So, you know, um, I'm telling you, man. Uh, you know, and like I said, you get my book, you read it. You have any questions on it, just leave it in the comments. I'll answer you back. I'll even create a video if if I feel it's important. I'll create a video. If a lot of people are asking the same thing, I'll make a video on it. So hey, uh, I'm telling you, if I could do it, you could do it. I'll get you there. It's like I said, three things that you need to be able to hit the ball well. It's good fundamentals, which is really simple because the hardest thing about the fundamentals is the posture. And I'll show you an easy way to get good golf posture, how to set up. So the first part is good fundamentals, which is stance, posture, alignment, grip. Uh, that's pretty much it. Maybe ball position. But those are pretty simple things. So that is fundamental. But I think the hardest part is the posture, because the posture really, that's what really dictates how you're going to hold the club. Uh, so posture, you have to bend correctly at the hips. I'll tell you a quick way to learn how to bend properly at the hips. Simplest thing in the world. stand straight up and down, have drop something right at your feet, and drop straight down and pick it up. Don't bend over, just like you're in an elevator and you're just dropping your upper body straight down, pick it up, and you know when you do that, you're gonna bend right at the hips where you're supposed to. That's how you bend correctly at the hips. Just drop something in front of you. You know, just don't tilt your upper body forward or anything, but just drop straight down, and you'll automatically bend right at the hips, and that'll allow you to bend properly at the for the setup. But so you need good fundamentals. Basically, it really comes down to the grip. You really need a good grip, and you know, and then the second thing is you have to have the right concept of the swing. I mean, you really need to understand how the swing actually works. And I think 90% of golfers, even some of the pros, I think they really don't understand exactly how the swing works. The main thing to understand about the swing is that the club face, uh, it doesn't open and close uh, in the way that you think. I mean, it doesn't. Your hands don't open and close the club face. Let's just say that. That's a very important concept to understand. The hands do not open and close the club face. In any case, you need to know the correct concept of the swing. And thirdly, man, it's really important, that initial takeaway. If you could get that right, it will just set the tone for the whole swing. You'll be able to make solid contact. You're gonna keep everything synchronized. Yeah, so everything will be yeah, everything will be synchronized. So you could do it. It can be done. It just takes a little bit of effort on your part, but the main thing is you need the right information, basically. You know, and you need direction. You can't go to the range and just pound balls all day long without any direction, without, you're just trying to feel something. When if you feel like something has to click, or you just keep on doing the same thing over again, expecting to feel something different. But you have to have some kind of direction. You have to be working on something. That's really it. I mean, that's why people don't get better. They just do the same thing over and over again, and have no direction on what they're trying to do. You're not going to accomplish anything. So really, have to be working on something. You have to have some kind of goal when you go to the golf range. And so you know, you try something new because you gotta try to feel something different every time. And you know, as you're trying to make your swing a little bit better. But yeah, you have to have some theory, or like I said, some kind of goal that you're working on. Anyway, uh, like and subscribe. You know, I really want to do this. I really want to help people to be able to hit the ball solidly. That's the main goal for this channel, and I'll get you there. Just you know, stay tuned. You know, like and subscribe, and I'll get the right information out there for everybody. And like I said, if I could do it, you could do it. Yeah. Have a great day.